If Batman doesn't return soon...
I know. All bloody hell's gonna break loose. We should work together.
He wanted to create the perfect soldier. I was the strongest of them all.
I don't trust her.
Because I wear this doesn't mean I'm a part of your cult.
Call me Batwing.
Batwing. That's original.
We're just getting started.
From here on, it's only family.
Hi, this is Marc Morrell from ToonBarn, and we're here at the Paley Center in New York City for the world premiere of Batman Bad Blood. And I'm here with Yvonne Strahovski, who played Batwoman. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm excited.
Yeah?
Yeah, this
so
is great.
Is this your first world premiere for an animation movie?
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, talking about Batwoman here, all right, we know that she got rescued by Batman at one point, and becoming Batwoman was more or less like paying it forward and making up for, you know, him rescuing her.
Mm-hmm.
So how did she make the transition from being rescued by Batman to becoming Batwoman?
Oh, you're asking me a difficult question. Is it something that I'm even allowed to reveal with this stuff? Like, I don't even know, because it's all part of the story.
Okay.
Part of the movie. Well, like you said, I mean, she pays it forward with transitioning into being a superhero. But there's a whole nother backstory with her family stuff that, to be quite honest, I don't even know if that's common knowledge or not.
It is in the comics, right? Or is it totally different in this film?
I don't know, actually.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
So I'm too scared to even say, for fear of revealing something that I probably shouldn't be revealing.
All right. How about this part? You worked on Chuck before, and you were a spy who had all kinds of fancy moves, and you could kick butt and everything.
Yeah.
Your character in this can do that too.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything in the studio that you did to try to make it more realistic?
I mean, you know, when you're doing voice work, you have to kind of be a bit of a goofball sometimes and just like stand there going like this because you have to get the huffs and the puffs out and all the punches and the sounds and everything. So yeah, you got to do a little bit of weird looking kung fu. I mean, if someone had a video camera on me and we played it back now, it would look very weird. I'm sure.
So Batman doesn't like the fact that she uses guns. Guns makes you just
That's
like
right.
the criminals.
Yes.
All right. So what would her biggest power be if she didn't use her guns?
I mean, she's got a pretty wicked, feisty side to her. And also she's very witty. She's very on it. Like, she's got some great lines where she really has kind of like a dry sense of humor. But she can definitely fight. And certainly she has some really great moments in this where we see her pull out some pretty amazing moves.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it with you. It debuts today on HD, on digital HD, and then it comes out on February 2nd on Blu-ray. So thank you for joining us on ToonBarn.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
It was even more, I mean, if it isn't already a solo process when you're in the sound booth, like, we don't interact with each other at all. You're on your own recording all your own lines. So something like this is a little easier because you're at least having streamlined conversations that, you know, it all follows one storyline versus something like Mass Effect where you're doing all these different avenues of where the game would go.
Katherine Kane, a.k.a. Batwoman, is played by Yvonne Strahovski.
I thought you wanted me to be part of the family. This being the Batwoman's first appearance in this series is special to me. I feel lucky to be able to be voicing her, seeing as, you know, I feel like I'm creating the voice and the character. So this is really cool.
And she was the last person to see Batman, and so her investigation of trying to figure out what happened to Batman leads her to run into Nightwing, and thus they join forces into this kind of collected kind of investigation.
If you're serious about hunting them down, then we should work together.
She's a part of this family as kind of a payback because Batman actually saved her life one time, and she's paying it forward. And while inspired by Batman, she definitely still has not been trained by Batman.
Batman doesn't approve of her methods.
Batwoman doesn't really have qualms against using guns. There's a point in our film where Batman even, calls her out. He's like, I don't like anybody who uses guns.
And using a gun makes you just like them.
And she's like, deal with it.
I can handle this on my own. It was fun to play around with the sarcasm and the sass and the feistiness of her. Luck, anything you can do, I can do backwards. And in heels.